it entailed the aspect of moving the veterans home to the school over here. And I'm very proud to say that later on, after Mike had given that report, that the police department and the public works did a very good job in helping out, directing and pitching in and helping. The other subject that we kind of talked about was the gravel pits with Pioneer and the other two entities maybe kicking in to get that road done across Sumo. Just kind of waiting for CDOT to maybe...
I have an update for you on that too.
Okay. So basically that was the discussion, and we did, it was a good job. Mr. Baker set the time limits, and I'm sure glad he did because we got out of there early.
Yeah, any other committee reports?
Well, if you're going to promote the 4th of July, I'll promote the Tour de Coal Towns, which is coming up. See, Mr. Henkel's here. He's involved in it. And this year we're going to expand it from not only a bicycle tour, but also a run. And we have last year's 2 runners present here today. And very successful. So, it's 3 months off, but we're already going to start promoting it. So, get your bicycles out and get in shape.
I would, but my leg can't do it.
Is it going to,
September 12th, Saturday.
is it going to be a poker run again?
Poker run again.
I might be in good shape by then.
Okay.
Okay, any other committee reports? Charlotte?
Wounded Warriors Team River Runner is requested to use the swimming pool on July 17th to do kayak lessons. And they want to charge $75 per person for a 2-day kayak course. It would only use the pool for about 4 hours. We've been working with Mike, so just pass the word if anybody's interested in learning how to kayak.
Hours?
Mayor,
Hours?
After like
Is
5 to 10.
During the, it's after the hours?
It is after the pool hours, yeah.
Good.
Evening on Friday and then Saturday on the river.
Okay, thanks.
Mayor, I was very disappointed that Kansas City Daily Record did not give our fire department their due praise. Our volunteer fire department is the only department that has a river rescue team, and they have 4 qualified people to dive in, and they participated in the search for that little boy, and they did manage to rescue the little girl that had fallen into the lake up by Isabel. So it was all good. I mean, I think that Florence may be smaller than Canyon, but we certainly do have a lot of great things here going for us. And this will be the only entity in Fremont County to have a diving team and a river rescue team. They have all the equipment. Everything's absolutely outstanding.
Not only that, a great band, huh? Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Next, we're going to move on to the finance officer's report.
I have produced the May financials. Everything in expenses is right along. Revenues are down a little bit, but a couple things I still need to bill. And so if you had any questions, please let me know. And I also gave you a copy of the sales tax collections through, and we had some record months for March and April, 63,000, almost 64, and about 62,000. So those were very good months.
Yeah, if you look at the sales tax revenue this year so far through the first 4 months, we had 182,875 is what we've got. Last year had been the record through this point in the year. It was 176,768. So we are tracking 6,000 ahead.
I was just looking at this though. What you wanted to
Right, but that's just because it's April.
You're always gonna see more in your March, June, September, and December
Oh.
because those are quarterly returns
Yep.
versus monthly returns. So you'll get a few more dollars always in those.
And overall, if you look at, our revenues are currently, even though we're not necessarily happy where they are at, through 41.667% of the year, they're at 41.3%. So we've basically got 1,209,000 in. Expenditures are tracking pretty good. They're at 40.4%, so we're actually 29,000 to the good right now. But that's largely because expenditures are being cut down. Revenue's not quite where we want it to be, but at least we're starting to come up. When you look at it, it's really our court fines and our miscellaneous revenues, which are, most of the miscellaneous revenues are things that we bill related to the police department. So we'll get all those things caught up, and we'll be pretty close. The police department has been pretty active in ticket writing the last couple of months. For January and February, we're not as much, so you're going to see that those line items get pretty close to where they're supposed to, where they were projected to be on the court fines. And as the judge points out to us, he does not send out the invitations to the parties, but he hosts the parties. So you can't blame him for revenues. But I think that the police department is, and it's one of those fine lines. We don't necessarily want a bunch of tickets, but at the same time, we want appropriate tickets.
The judge may think it's a party, but I can assure you that.
It's not.
And the prosecutor's not seen it as a party either.
Okay. Any more?
No, that's it.
Okay. City attorney?
Paul, did you have something?
Yeah,
Oh, all right.
it was just time language between me and,
I see. No, I have no report tonight, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah. City planner? Even though you don't have a chair up here yet, you can still talk.
We decided again, we thought we'd help them.
Oh, man, that's great.
Just real briefly, Council Martinez might be interested in this. I know you've been concerned about the curve up there on your street, and so I contacted the new safety person at CDOT today and played phone tag, but he said he was sorry for not coming out. We met in February, and he said he'd be right out.
Right.
So I followed up with him, and he apologized and said, as soon as you can set a date, we're going to be in Breckenridge, so probably sometime next week I'll come out. And the good thing about that is there's special monies for safety that could be freed up, so there might be, if we need to do something small that was effective, that we could do that didn't take 15 years like a lot of the projects, then we could do that. We met with Jim Javernick about potential rezoning downtown, kind of east part of Front Street, about doing the multi-use overlays that would allow some of the kind of light industrial uses that have been there for decades to be conforming uses, but would also allow them to transition to other things as well. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, and he was open to it, and we talked about the city-initiated rezoning, and me and him working out the application, then going and talking to people and having a public meeting, and going to the next Planning and Zoning Commission meeting in July. So that's something that is going to be happening. And I think those are the kind of main two things I was going to update you on. Any questions? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Like I said, I'm there. I sit on my porch every day, 7 days a week. And I watch everything that goes by. I even see pretty close calls coming around that curve. That's why I told we need to barricade something like that.
Yeah,
or else we're going to have somebody getting killed there.
And we've got a grant to work on Pikes Peak and going out to the city boundary, but the next one, and then we've got the grant that's going on for in front of Carl's Jr.'s, but this is obviously the next thing that we've got to do because there's sidewalk issues, safety issues, drainage issues. I mean, everything in front of us needs some redesigning and rebuilding. Sorry, go ahead.
I have a question, please.
Sure.
I had a conversation with a potential purchaser of a property on Front Street. And what it came down to was how soon will we have the overlay and have it all figured out? Because he would like to know that before he actually makes a move on the property.
Yeah, I think I talked to the same person, and I think about August, end of August would probably be the fastest that we could
Okay.
do it.
Well, we're taking the planning commission next
July,
Like in
and then
July,
it then
right.
get forwarded for, if it was over 2 readings in August,
Well,
so.
just because I think they're quite serious about that property.
Yeah, I think I've talked to
And,
him
so,
twice.
But they'd like to know exactly how it's going to
Yeah, and you can have him give me a
fit
call.
together.
You can have him give me a call,
Thank
and I'll
you.
let him know when the application's
Okay, thank you.
processed. Okay.
Is that it? Okay,
City manager.
city manager.
All right, well, we'll get right to the Salem Road update. We had meetings today with one of the other gravel pit that's out there, Beetle.
Beetle.
Little baby.
I can't remember.
Beetle Quarry. And they're very anxious to assist us. CDOT has essentially, we've got to go through the process, but they will give us the green light to extend the road out, to extend Salem Road out to 67. It's about 0.29 miles. Also met today with Tony Demick and Debbie Bell from the county. The county is very interested in helping us. We're going to be working on kind of a final design type of thing, and then having our city engineer do that. However, there's a suggestion that perhaps one of the companies will want to step up and just do that portion of it for us, if the other one will supply the gravel. So we're gonna be bouncing that idea off of the one company that has engineers, has staff, has everybody to actually do this project. Would work out really well for them. They're being urged by the county commissioners to seriously consider doing that, and we'll give you an update soon. We are thinking best case scenario, we probably won't get the access permit until probably late August, September, October, something like that. But we can get the work done in advance if those companies are willing to do it. So it looks very promising. Now it's just a matter of figuring out where the dollars are going to come from, because we do not have that in our budget. So we need partners to step up. We can do some of it with our staff. We can do some of it, the county's willing to help some, and the gravel companies are certainly interested. But it's a budget situation that we have to monitor very closely. We can't go out and do this project and spend a bunch of money. I think I got a question from Tony.
Yeah, the meeting we had this morning, it turned out real good. I like his ideas and everything. He's willing to work with us, want to save us some money, everything else. I think that worked out just fine and everything.
Is the county engineer going to be the engineer on the road?
No, the engineer, the county engineering won't have, county doesn't.
Well, I mean, some of it's in the county.
No, the part that's going to be worked on will all be in the
Okay.
city.
It will all
We
be-
have Richard Upton check over it and make sure, that we go to Richard to
Okay,
assist
we
us
could-
with that. He's our-
Saxton.
Richard Upton, Richard Saxton. Yes,
I'll
Richard
check
Upton.
I'll be out there tomorrow.
Yeah, geez, I was gonna say, I didn't realize that you,
Yeah, so it just slipped in.
Too many road miles, huh?
Yeah,
Always got
a little
real
tired.
expertise.
Any other questions on that? Because one other thing I want to update you on, tonight at 2 in the morning, the dispatch center will leave Florence City Hall and move over to the new facility. They won't consolidate until sometime next month officially, but our people are going over to start the dispatching out of there. So basically, when we come to work tomorrow, the dispatchers won't be in this facility anymore. There'll still be City of Florence employees for a little bit longer, but they will not be dispatching out of this building. So that happens tonight, and we've still got some, that continues to be a work in progress. Paul and I had a lot more hair, and Paul really had a lot more hair when we started this process. It's been a tough process, and we're down near the end. We feel pretty good about it, but we need to make sure that the budget is exactly the way we think it is.
It's supposed to be.
That it's supposed to be. And if they're able to deliver the numbers that they say, and we will know in the next couple days, then we'll actually be under budget from where it was projected to be, which is a good thing. But they need to measure it faster.
Okay.
I think that Mike is doing a good job representing the city. Mike and I, I'm saying Mike and I, we do have a few questions on a couple of the things that's coming up through the dispatcher meeting at 1:30 this Thursday. And really, Florence needs to have some answers on some particular items.
We think that, we feel pretty good about where the partners will be on this, all depending on the budget. I mean, and we'll see those numbers shortly. We really appreciate what the dispatchers do. At the same time, we still have to pay them within the means of this organization. And, ourselves and Canyon City in particular are really holding the line that we cannot have budgets that go over. There's no extra money. I mean, we do, as you can see on our budget, we do not have the money to go and do a bunch of extra.
Did he fall out?
Just this key.
Oh, just the key.
He didn't fall.
So that's all I have. Okay. And nothing else.
I have a question. Mr. Mayor, can we go back to the Siloam Road extension? Has Sumo been approached?
Sumo has been approached, and what we have right now is Jacinto Rodriguez is open to this. In fact, he's very excited about it being cut through. The sticking point right now for him that we're working through is whether or not they're going to pull out the chip seal area and replace it with gravel, or leave the chip seal. His maintenance guy is telling him, take it out. It's much less expensive to maintain. He sees some value there, but his maintenance guy again is telling him, no, there's no real value. It's so tore up, it's not worth it. When we do go, because someday he's going to have to build a new road on it. But he's going to put the utilities underneath and all that. So what we're getting from Jacinto is pretty good cooperation. He realizes that this is a much better situation for everybody if we can get this opened up. We've got some money from Pioneer. We've got some cooperation from Beetle Quarry. We think we may be able to do this with very little damage to our budget, and that's something that we have to watch. The county, obviously, it's in the city limits. The county is going to be very supportive, but at the same time, they're also saying, hey, we're not going to put a bunch of money to that. So,
But more than that, it'll make the residents in that area a lot more happier.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
can we go back to visitors? I need to talk to the people here, if I could.
You can do a committee report or whatever you want to do. Go for it. Whatever
Okay.
you want. You can just sit there and talk if you want.
I'll be out of commission for at least a month to 2 months. We don't know. And I appreciate what they're doing for me. It's not going to be an easy job what they're doing. And he come up, and Dr. Watson come up and talked to me the other day, and I told him, I haven't decided what I'm planning on doing. He said, if you want your house better, you better step down. I said, no. I'd rather see what's going to happen when this comes up Wednesday morning, when I get done with surgery at 11:30, 12 o'clock. Wednesday afternoon, I don't know how it's going to turn out. But I told him I'll let the city people know what I'm planning on doing after what happens during that day.
Appreciate that.
Okay.
I just don't want to say I want to step down, but no, I'm willing to work with the city of Florence. I've been wanting to work with city for almost all my life. I'm an easy person to get along with, easy going. I'm just right now. I just
Don't know.
don't know. I just put it in God's hands, and right now,
Okay.
We appreciate your honesty.
Well, yeah, but
Everything.
I appreciate the people that support me and that back me all these years. And I appreciate for you and Mike and everybody here. And I pray for everybody in this community.
Wish you the best of luck, Tony.
Mayor,
Goes right through.
July is going to be slim for council with Tony gone. I'm going to be gone for both July meetings also.
Well, we might have to get that Paxton guy that Mike's talking about.
Yeah, whoever that is.
Okay. All right.
So we are going to be doing the ballot question in July, so that means everybody else has to be here. Mel texted me back, and he is in Oklahoma tonight, but he will be back for the next council meeting.
Yeah, we knew that. We saw the fish he's catching.
Guess I need to look at Facebook more.
Yeah, we do. Okay, so you'll be out July?
Right.
You won't be here for the 4th?
We're leaving on the 2nd.
Oh, that put a big checklist on mine. We're not here for the 4th of July.
All right.
Okay.
I made a motion that we pay the bills.
Second that.
I have questions.
Oh, okay.
Don't mean to keep you here any longer, but
That's
I
all
didn't get a
right.
chance to visit Dory this
So they pay you
afternoon.
the big bucks for it.
So,
Go ahead.
Dory, what's the scoop on the main plates?
What?
You know, Moore's, I got 1, 2,
Jesus Christ.
3. Who are we providing name plates for?
It was
We have a court clerk, and we have a deputy city clerk, and we had Wade Broadhead.
Thank you. And then, we get John here to public safety, the police. And I noticed that we get South Street Auto Repair, and it's a towing fee. Are we still rotating that? Because, man, they're awful expensive compared to the others.
Yeah, you've got South Street on there, you've got Buddy Ray's on this bill, and you've got Lindner, all tow fees.
And just to add, Officer Prickett and I talked about it today, to go out and get a reasonable bid from a contractor to do the towing. We have bills from 120 to 250 based on the rotation. So I don't think we're doing the community, I mean, not that these people, when they get their, but we owe it to them. And we get stuck with some of these vehicles for months when they don't pay the impound fee. So I think Shane's gonna, call around and try to get a fixed price on our towing.
Yeah, because South Street is at least the very minimum $20, $25 higher than anybody else.
Oh, no, Linder's
Oh, no,
200.
There's a lot higher ones.
Yeah,
These are three on
But on this one,
rotation.
Lindner only charged us 172.
yeah, but, I mean, I think we can do better.
They're 192.
Yeah.
But they do wash. I mean, whatever we collect for the impound washes with the tow fee. It's just that there's sometimes a timing.
Well, they have to pay the impound fee, plus they have to pay
Yes.
the tow fee, plus they have to pay admin costs. So
Yeah,
we get the tow fees back. And if they don't claim the car, we
Sell
salvage it and get at least the tow fee.
I would like to see Officer Prickett and you working, maybe he's getting a contract.
yeah, I think
Save us
That's
some.
what they've been doing.
we talked about it today. I think we'll go forward with that.
And then on page 3, we got business cards.
That was for the street department.
Yeah, we normally like to buy them from a place that charges quite a bit less than that. This particular employee got them from this other place, and I didn't catch it until afterwards, so, although apparently I signed it, I just don't remember it. So, next time we'll get
It was
from a less
discussed.
expensive place. Yeah, we've talked about it a
It
lot.
was discussed.
We'll make sure that we don't get any more at that price, because, you want to use local, but when the price is 6 times as much.
And then on page 4, we got toll charges. Public Highway.
E470.
Going to
We
the-
ran the plate, and I believe it was the chief of police doing something at the airport when the urban renewal people were here.
Okay.
The date matched the
It was an officer, well, yeah.
Somebody picked up somebody from an airport or something.
On page 5, then you have UNCC line locators.
Yeah,
That's an every month.
that's an 800 number to call to get the lines so that people don't cut our pipes and,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
And also,
it's cheaper than repairing pipelines.
what did the Carucci brothers do for us at the swimming pool?
They welded the diving board.
Okay. And then we have Drexel, Burrow and Company at Fraser Avenue Improvement. Does that mean that
He's the engineer.
He's the on-site engineer for that Fraser
for a
Avenue.
project.
to start with what the grant?
No, he's for the railroad project.
For the Fraser Avenue, for the railroad crossing
grant.
change.
You know.
There was a grant for that,
Yeah.
and he's the engineer for that.
Yeah,
Oh.
we're in partnership,
I thank you.
right?
And Mr. Baker, ice done.
Okay. Had a first and second.
Oh, yes, we did.
Roll call.
That would be Baker,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Upton,
Aye.
Filigrana,
Aye.
Manager,
Aye.
Mayor Moore.
Sorry, abstain.
Six ayes.
Okay, it is now 8:15 and this meeting's adjourned.
She has-
Get in your pocket.
Yeah.